Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Target exclusive Avengers 60th anniversary Black Widow deluxe figure, if you want to call it that. This figure is just perfect. There is like one tiny thing that I would change about it. That's not true. I would change like two tiny things about it, but with those two tiny things, I bought a second one so I can fix it. So, because this figure's so good that it's in the same vein of, I haven't actually showed this, I don't think, like in its completeness, but my custom Captain America, the Ultimate one, that I kind of tweaked a little bit. But I have bought this cap 3 times, and I bought this Black Widow twice. I may buy her a third time, honestly, because I got one, I got one because I needed the one. I got the second one because I wanted the extra accessories, and I wanted to mess around with the different heads, and also to have that base body, just because that base body is the best female figure ever. And I may just buy a third one just because, to have for fodder, or if I want to take it on the go with me. I don't know. But it's just, this figure and that Captain America, they're going to be in the top 10 of the year, period. Because I just, like, they can't not, because they're both so great on their own. Together, they're fantastic. But I've bought them both multiple times, and that's just like the benchmark of an amazing figure that you're like, this is so good, I need multiple. So without further ado, I won't leave you guys waiting any longer. Let's get into what Nat comes with. So as you can see right here, she does have the short-haired head sculpt. We'll take a look at that real quick while that's on here. See if it'll focus. Yep. This looks really good. She's got the actual dark red eyebrows for this one. Let's see if we can move this piece of hair out of the way. So you can actually see her face a little bit underneath there. Looks really good. Got the dark red eyebrows. The dark red eyebrows also carry over onto this ugly head sculpt. Well, the head sculpt's not ugly. It's just her hair is awful, and I don't like it. But that's just a personal preference. But this one, she's got like a little bit more of a smirk going on. And then this head is awesome. I love this head. She has the darker eyebrows, a little bit more of a scowl kind of thing going on. She has really nice wash in all three of the sets of hair. And I do like that the hair actually is the same color, so you can, like, continuity-wise have this be the exact same Natasha. But, I mean, I definitely want to try with the spare head sculpts that I have and just swap around the hair and see what I can do. Because I feel like it could be just beautifully done, like having the different hairs and stuff like that. But as you can see, she does have 2 pistols, and that was a huge reason of why I wanted a second one, is because I just really wanted her to have like the option to not have to just have 1 normal pistol and 1 silenced, so I can give her 2 silenced or 2 normal. And that's really exciting. Plus more, gun effects and everything, and those are always good. You can use those with like G.I. Joe and stuff like that. May have to modify them if you do with G.I. Joe. I haven't actually tried, but, hey, more effect pieces, I'm here for it. Like I was saying, we have the smoke effect pieces on there currently, but she also comes with a shorter and a longer of the actual, like, blast pieces. Let's see if I can get this to focus. Actual, gunfire effects, which these look really nice. We've seen these a couple times before. I think the first time we ever saw the smoke trails and the actual, like, gunshot effects was with the Target exclusive white suit Black Widow for the Black Widow movie, so that's kind of fun. I don't know if that's accurate or not. I think it is, though. But I love that she comes with so many different things. And speaking of the many different things that she comes with, and effect pieces, kind of just all tying it together. She has her normal gauntlets, as you can see on there, or bracers, or whatever you want to call them. But she also has a set of these that have the smoke effects on them. Can I get this to focus? Which these look really good. We've seen these multiple times before. I think we saw these with the Walmart exclusive Black Widow. What's up with all the exclusive Black Widows? Why can't we just get a normal mainline Black Widow? I mean, we don't need one now. Like, this is perfect. But these look really good. I like these. Then she also comes with the actual blasting, shooting out the effects of them, which are really cool. I do like these as well. This one's a little warped, but it's, just a quick heat it up and cool it down kind of fix. And these just, her hands pop off and they slide on. No problem, just like normal Legends stuff. And speaking of hands, she also comes with, as you can see on here currently, she has the trigger finger hands, which this one goes up and down. This one does not, unfortunately. But I'd rather have one than none, so. But she comes with a pair of splayed out hands. These are the standard ones that we've seen for like the longest time. So I wish that we could get more, like, I wish we had 2 that were like this one more so than the kind of magic-y hand. But they're all right. They're, I like the option. And then, of course, she also comes with a pair of fists, which these are awesome. You need, you need fists for Black Widow so she can shoot her bracers or just, absolutely pummel the crap out of people. So, yeah. She comes with a lot of stuff. Definitely get your money's worth when it comes with this figure. And that's just, honestly, for this right here alone, like if I took her guns away and she just had the fists or just the splayed out hands, I'd be like, this figure's perfect without all the rest of the stuff. But then adding all that is just cherry on top, especially this head sculpt. So I just want to pull this head sculpt back in real quick because this head sculpt is fantastic. You get so much range out of it and everything, but we'll talk about the detail just real quick. Like I moved, you can actually move this earlier. So if you want, if you're not really feeling the tuft of hair like down in front of her eye, you could just get a little piece of glue that up here. And then there you go. Got her like that, which I don't think that looks bad at all. I think the head sculpt looks nice. I think the hair looks good. And I've been debating on doing that because I actually like how dynamic it is with the piece of hair down. And then one thing I have noticed, and it sucks, hey, we're getting the plastic packaging back, so we only got to deal with it for just a little bit longer. But the QC issue with her belt, because both of the Black Widows, the other one's across my room somewhere, but the actual logo on her belt is off-centered on both. Like on this side, it's off to her right, and then on the other one, it's off to her left. So I don't know what's going on with that, but it's all right. It's not something that super bothers me. It's not really the thing that my eye's drawn to when it comes to the figure. It's definitely the head sculpt, this head sculpt specifically. And I mean, detail-wise, there's really not much that I can say. I mean, I think the figure entirely is all new sculpt except for the arms and then the legs. The hips might be because they are slightly different of a color, but everything else is new. Like the crotch piece and all that stuff, because we have the inverted, like here. If I bring in real quick my slightly customed, what is her name? The Courtney. I can't remember what her name is. CoverGirl. She has the G.I. Joe articulation. She's got the diaphragm joint at the top and then the ab crunch at the bottom, which is so awesome. And I've actually seen a lot of people do a head swap on this, so let's see if I can actually get the Courtney head off of here and see if I can put that Nat head on here. I don't want to... Okay. Well, the peg came with it, unfortunately. But here, we'll put the long-haired head for Nat on here. So if you wanted to have a different look for CoverGirl, people have been using the short hair, but here's just the long-haired head. I don't think that would look bad, like especially, it had the peg on there. Size-wise, I think it looks okay. But the suit looks good. She's got like the wrinkles throughout to actually make it look like a, a normal leather suit. The skin tone matches between her neck and face, which is really good. She's got the zipper going on, all that stuff. Got the seam line going all the way from her butt to the back of her head, or back of her neck. Just looks really good. Figure looks nice. You can definitely tell that it's different thing because this is like a more matte that looks nicer, and then the arms and the legs are kind of shiny, but you really can't tell if you're under not studio lights. And let's get these guns out of her hand, and then we'll take a look at the articulation. So obviously the head sculpt, the head sculpt changes the articulation on all of them, but we're just going to do this one because this is the one that gives you the most range because it's the shortest hair. And with that, you can get her head going up. I don't know why it tilted like that, but all the way, which is really awesome. Can go down all the way as well. She actually has like a little bit of tilt, just like ever so slightly. Rotation, her shoulders go out and up that far. She has butterfly joints, so her arms can go all the way across and all the way back, which is so awesome. She's got bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that go up all the way. As I said, this hand is back and forth, this hand's up and down for the hinges on the trigger finger. Her diaphragm joint kind of goes a little bit to the side, a little bit forward. That's definitely one thing that I want to change is I want to carve out a trench and make that go forward a little bit. But using both joints, you can get her to go that far forward. I just think that you probably could do more and it would, definitely add to the figure. Her legs, unfortunately, only go out that far, but it's really not that noticeable because I didn't even know that they only went out this far until I just did it. So the posing really is not limited when it comes to that. Forward and back that far. She's got thigh swivel, double jointed knees that go all the way, almost all the way up. Actually, you probably could finagle it. Yeah, you could definitely kick her own ass. No boots or anything like that, but her feet go down that far, up that far, and of course, ankle pivot. And now on to some size comparisons. For some classic Avengers, here she is next to the 20th anniversary Captain America, and then the Hawkeye that just came out, and these look great together. I love this, and Hawkeye will be my next video, so just keep, stay tuned for that. And then here she is next to the Marvel Legends Bucky, aka, Winter Soldier, whatever you want to call him. And then the Iron Spider, who for whatever reason is kind of doing a Negan tilt right now. But these look really good together if you wanted to have, a Spider team up, or if you wanted to have Nat and Bucky team up. And then here she is next to a fellow 60th anniversary figure in the Model 1 Iron Man, which looks really good. If you guys haven't seen that video, please go check that out. This figure is extremely underrated. And then here she is next to the standard, yeah, I would say standard, because this is like more of a, they were like, because I think they said whenever they made this figure, they were like, this Black Widow, she's not going to be the standard going forward, but, you know, for deluxe female figures and stuff like that, we'll give this level of articulation, which is kind of annoying. But hey, I like both of these body molds. I think they're great. And she actually is a little bit taller, so plus if you wanted to, you probably could switch out the head sculpts if you wanted to give Jean more of a kind of neutral look. And I think it would work. I think it would look pretty good. And then here she is next to my custom / Kit Bash Commander Rogers and a Mafex Hush Batman. And I think this looks really good as well. I think this Nat will fit in perfectly with your Mafex stuff. Like, seriously, I think she looks great next to this Batman. She also looks great next to Commander Rogers, especially after I did all these, you know, all the different things to make it better, since that original head sculpt on there was just overall, I mean, right out the gate, I told you this figure was going to be in the top 10 of the year, and I'm very serious about that. Like, this figure is so good. She can get into like crazy posing with absolute ease. Like, the only thing that would have been cool is if she had like toe joint, maybe. That would have been kind of cool, which I know coming from me, it's like, what did he just say? Hold on, rewind that, you know. But I think that if they were going to go the whole way, this, you know, like, you can get this pose, no problem. She can get hunkered down. She can be firing some shots. She could literally do anything that you want this figure to do. This figure is just absolutely gorgeous in terms of everything that they did with it. The look of it, the articulation, just the feel of it is just perfect. Like, this figure is just absolutely superb. And there's really nothing else that I can say about it other than just all these positives. So let's get her into like a really cool kind of crouching, sort of, you know, into her poser pose. Get the head up as far as it can go. And there you go. And that's kind of a little janky, but, you know, like, you can get that kind of pose, zero issue. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me, and I will catch you all in the next one. See ya.